Guys, the moment is finally arrived. Kerbal Space Pro 2 is available, and now here we are. Okay, let's do this. So now the question is, will be my PC good enough to play it or not? And will be yours good enough to play it or not? I will show you now my settings, my specs, and then we'll try the game and you will be able to make an informed decision about it. So let's go find the specs. So this is my hardware specs. Okay, I have an Intel Core i7 at 320 gigahertz, and then where it is here, it is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. That's quite good, I think. Even if it's a little old, yes. We are talking about a 5-year-old system. So this is it, and well, RAM, memory, I have 16 gigabyte. Okay, so this is are my specs, so you can judge how it compares to your system. And as you see up here, Kerbal Space Program 2 is downloading, so I'll just have to wait for 20 minutes or so till everything comes down. Let's dive in. Okay, let's scroll it all down and accept. Yes. 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 Haha. This is awesome. And we are now into the game. I had to restart OBS a couple of times to get the setting right. So let's dive in. You will see that there are some FPS issues, but we will try to see how it goes. We will start with a high settings, and then I will show you how it goes with low. Yes, so let's start. And so we are in the Kerbal Space Center. Kerbal Space Program, as you know, is a very rich game, and it has a lot of things even now in its early access. But for now, the question is, can you play it with your system? Yes? So let's try to build a very simple rocket, launch it, and see how many frames per second can we squeeze out of it. Now, with nothing going on at high settings, it is quite beautiful, but we are already at 20 frames per second, and you can see it is a little, well, not optimal, let's leave it at that. Okay, so I will now try to build the rocket, and then we'll see what happens. So this is our rocket. I have already built it to show you how the other thing go. In this moment, inside the VIB, I have 60 frame per second, so all is good, all is nice. You can see the graphics are pretty shiny and good and everything. Yes, so let's try to launch it and see how everything goes. Here we are on the launch pad. We will try now to launch, but if you see, there is we are 20 frames per second already. Okay, remember with high settings. There, now launch. Countdown is a very nice touch, by the way. And here we go to the space, and it is very fine to look at it, but we are now 15 frame per second. You see, it's not very good at this moment. Yeah. And if you go up and you do not have to look at the ground, then you go up to 40 frames per second. So there is the issue of optimization of these things. Yeah, clouds look nice, I guess. Yeah, more than nice, to be honest. But yes, 14, 12 frames per second is not a lot at all. And if we try to do some other things and we go into space, you see the stars are coming out. And yes, if we go and look away from everything, we get a little more FPS, but yeah, that's not good. Sounds are amazing. Well, that is it. I will try now again, but before I will lower the settings. And we are back on the launchpad, this time with lowest settings possible on the graphic settings. So let's see how it goes. From the start, I have now 40 frames per second, which is about 15-20 more as before. So there is a huge improvement, and if I rotate and do things, it stays above 30, which is, I think, the minimum to be okay to play. Yes. Let's launch it and see how it goes. And we are now at 30. And if we look around, okay, we see there are no clouds now around to slow us down, and we have now, yeah, 25 frames per second, a little bit above 20. It depends on what happens. Now with all the reflexes and stuff, I have 15. So yeah, overall it's better, but it's still pretty bad, I think. But it's more playable, yeah. So let's see what happens if we go there and again listen to the sounds. Very good. Now we are 15 frames per second, and now we are back to 50 or 40, yeah. So when there is nothing too close to render, it seems to be pretty good, I think. But there are some issues, probably things that are going to be addressed soon. And well, it is an early access after all, so there are bound to be problems and bugs and all other things. 20 frames per second, 15 frames per second at the start of the game on day one is pretty bad, I think. But the game is playable, yes. And when you're somewhere more away, more far from the planet, it seems to have less issues. So maybe with some more intelligence dedicated, development dedicated to the scalability of what is rendered and what is not rendered, maybe there will be huge improvements. I don't know. Well, tell me what you think. I think the game, the other parts that I have seen here and there are pretty good. It seems very playable, so I will spend the rest of the night enjoying it. And well, maybe preparing some other stuff for other videos. So if you like this one and you found it useful for your decision about to buy the game or not, to try it, do you want to wait a little more? What do you think? Leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and well, maybe the force be with you. To live long and prosper. Ciao, ciao.